Rex the dog, laundry vlog. Hello, it's me, Rex the dog, and we are here doing our laundry vlog. So the deal with the laundry vlog is where we do a bit of housekeeping in my house, and we also do a little bit of housekeeping as pertaining to the Rex Rebel Heart YouTube channel, my life, and everything surrounding that. So. I did a laundry vlog, I think like 3 days ago. Yeah, I think I did a laundry vlog like 3 days ago. I think we're probably going to increase the rate that laundry vlogs are happening because I'm back to exercising a lot at the gym as opposed to like just the running, which it kind of bit was for a while. So as a consequence of that, and as a consequence of it being winter, so I'm just like wearing, you know, more clothes, more layers. I think I'm gonna my rate of laundry, especially all the gym towels and stuff like that, is gonna increase a little bit. So we might end up doing laundry vlogs a little bit more frequently, but of course it's the laundry that dictates when we do or we do not laundry vlog. So what is going up? What have I not updated you guys on? I'm not super sure, man. I just feel that, like, I've said this, I think, a couple of times to you guys, right? I feel stuff's getting really organized at the moment of just how I'd say I sort of scheduled my days and, like, you know, organized things and stuff like that. I'm in a really good flow of, like, getting up early, hitting the gym, you know, getting, you know, 2 runs in a week at the moment as we're, you know, obviously recovering and bouncing back from the marathon, which was brutal, man. So yeah, we're getting that stuff done like really early in the day. We're getting into a really good workflow. You know, the start of the week especially, there was a lot of jobs and a lot of tasks I need to do, but we're handling them. We're staying on top of. The house was really super organized at the moment in just terms of like. I've been going through shelving, I've been organizing stuff, I've been going through boxes and cupboards, I've been clearing them out and organizing them. I've been trying to deep clean everything, including a lot of cleaning of the windows, of which there's a lot, man, right? I don't know if you've kind of picked up sort of different locations in my house that you've maybe seen on, you know, the daily fursuit photos I post on Twitter, or the little shorts, or the vlogs when we rarely at this point move around the place. But there's a lot of windows. I got like a huge window here. I've got these windows here which are like, you know, they pull out to other doors there to on the balcony. I've got a massive mirror wall back then. There's a whole wall in the bathroom that's a mirror. There's like a lot of like glass and surfaces to clean, and honestly I've like not been on top of that. So I've been cleaning that. I've been adding it to the sort of you know, recurring events. I don't know if this is interesting, man, at all, but it's what's going on in my life, and I take pride in the organization, right? Because I work to do it. I've added those, like just like cleaning windows and whatnot stuff to just like a recurring event that I have in my Google Calendar, so I stay on top of it the same way I'm staying on top of the laundry, or the cleaning of the floors, or the hoovering, or the cleaning of the kitchen and the bathroom and the toilet, and you know, all these sorts of things. So I'm all that sort of stuff really on top of, and this is kind of like the nicest and most comfortable and cleanest and most organized that I've sort of lived in for quite a long time, and it's really positively. It's positively, you know, affecting my mental health, right? So like I feel just like super organized. I'm on top of things. I've got a nice comfortable space to relax and work in and do the streams with you guys in and make these videos in and whatever. So it all feels really good, you know. And talking about little small things here, but they sort of compound, right, to make like big differences. So I'm really quite pleased with how that's all been going, and I can feel the benefit it has of, you know, like the you know, the ordered clean life, the ordered clean mind, the ordered clean body. It's all sort of reinforcing each other, and for somebody who's generally quite my natural state is disorder and chaos. The fact that I've really been keeping up this sort of like good routine and just like stacking habits on top of it for quite a few months now, if we're being honest, like really consistently. And like obviously we get those little like ups and downs, we get those hiccups and whatever, but yeah, and they've really sort of like built up to just make my overall life better. I know it's kind of a boring thing to talk about, but it's these kind of things and the organization of my life and the organization of making sure I'm taking care of myself in terms of like my physical needs, my well-being, that's allowing me to, you know, have the time, you know, and the space to you know, embark on things like doing a, you know, 20-week marathon training plan and then go and run a marathon, to like start a, you know, YouTube channel in March, and then here we are in December with, you know, regular streams and like a cool community and 1,000 subscribers and close to YouTube partnership and stuff like that. It's the way that stuff can happen is because of all these sort of like organizational elements in my life, which I'm really proud that I've managed to slowly build up over these months. And also more importantly, because it's about the consistency and the maintenance, I've managed to find methodologies and ways of working and whatever that allow me to like keep on top of it. So it's been great. You know, I used to always think that like scheduling your life and a lot of stuff was really restrictive, but I found it honestly over time to be one of the most freeing things that you can do, at least for me. And but I do think this is a universal experience. I think by planning your stuff out and knowing when you're going to do stuff, it allows me to know that like, oh yeah, at the end of the day, I have this block of time where I can go do this, where I can go play, you know, a video game for 6 hours or something. Something absurd. But yeah, man, in terms of video games, we played, I think I'll probably, because I've been really thinking about it a lot, we played Hellblade, which was, we played that over the past 2 days. It was quite a short game, but we spent like 7 or 8 hours playing it over 2 days. And it was a game about like you know, like psychosis and, you know, abusive fathers to, you know, children suffering from, you know, serious mental health, you know, disorders, diseases, whatever the words are there. And the game's really sticking with me at the moment. I thought there was a lot of stuff that was, I thought there was a few things in terms of like pacing and puzzles and stuff which were not exactly done in probably the optimal way. They almost felt not game tested, or maybe that's just me being stupid, but I do feel they felt almost like not game tested. They were just a few hiccups, but I think the overall sort of like presentation and the way it was like communicating these different things to us was really quite thought-provoking and powerful. And it's you know, it's only been a day, but I've been thinking about it a lot, and I'm looking forward to trying out Hellblade 2 and seeing what that's all about. That's kind of going on in video game world. Of course, we have our I guess there's kind of two big things coming up next week. You know, obviously I'm just going to be playing games and chugging through them like I usually do. There is the Indiana Jones game that comes out. I think that comes out on Monday. So I'm going to start streaming the Indiana Jones game, which I have hopes that that's going to be pretty fun. I do like some Indiana Jones, so hopefully that's kind of like a fun sort of just romp that we can, cinematic sort of romp we can go through. And then of course we've got the Game Awards show coming up, which we'll do I'm really excited for, because I enjoy that show anyway. Just from a perspective, I just think it's like a fun excuse to like, you know, reflect on the year, you know, even for even with Jeff Keighley involved. I do think it's a fun excuse to kind of reflect on the year. I think the orchestra is like badass. I'm really excited for the Balatro theme with a big full orchestra, now that we've tried that game out and realized it slaps. So I really enjoy that night anyway, but I think it's just going to be super fun hanging out with you guys and talking and doing our, fursuit stream, we're just hanging out and chatting and stuff like that, and I'm not like super focused on playing on a game. We can just be like talking about something where we're both active in on the same level, right? Because obviously when I'm playing a game, like I'm more active in playing the game than you guys because I'm playing it, right? But we're both going to be in the same position, all of us, whatever, whoever shows up, in the same position of like, oh, we're all watching this thing. There's no player, there's nobody in like the cockpit, So I think it'll be cool just for us all to be on that same sort of level there, and as an excuse to talk about games and whatever reveals. I kind of think they might possibly reveal Tifa for Tekken 8. I think that might happen. Final Fantasy 7 at the awards show. I don't know. I think that's the night. I think it's gonna happen. I think that's the night, is her being the final Tekken 8 DLC character. But I'm running away from myself at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. That's just some kind of stuff we're gonna do with the streams, and yeah, it's Christmas, man. It's Christmas, so hopefully I'm gonna be going around and seeing some Christmas light shows and displays and stuff like that, and I'll report back on those, so we can get a little bit festive as time gets closer. Do some little shorts or something like that. My daily One Piece reviews are coming out now. We're talking about every arc of One Piece. We'll see if people care about those, but I'm just doing them for me. As with everything, I'm just doing it for me. And if people rock up to talk to me, I love it. I love it. But yeah, movie time. It's Christmas. We're getting into movie season. Is it movie season? I don't know, man. Well, whatever. Okay, you know what I'm saying there. But there's a couple of movies that I really want to go see. Wicked. So I'm going to see Wicked, and I'm going to talk back to you. I'm going to go see the Lord of the Rings anime movie tomorrow. So I'll come back and report about that. We got Sonic 3 coming up, so I'll go see that. And I'll report about that. I don't know, I'm just going to talk about movies. I know, I'm just ranting here. I'm just talking about things that are going through my brain. I'm just happy I cleaned all the windows, because I'm looking at the windows now and there's not like streaks on them or marks, and you can see through everything. I'm happy about that. I don't know. Be happy about the stuff that makes you happy. If you're happy because you cleaned your bedroom today, that's sick, man. If you're happy because you watched some of your favorite TV show today and made a lovely dinner, that's sick, man. If you're happy today because you took a walk in the park and you saw 5 sausage dogs, that's this guy. This guy had a walk in the park and saw 5 sausage dogs. If that makes you happy, I don't know, man. Be happy about that. Keep doing what you're doing, man. If this time of the year is pretty hard on you, because there's a lot of just really imposed expectations at this time of the year, that it's got to be like this most magical thing in the world. If you're not feeling that way, if this is a hard time for you because of those sort of expectations, because you feel alone or unconnected to those people or whatever, please just hang in there best you can, and take comfort in those things that you enjoy, man. I've been there before. I've had some really bad, lonely Christmases where it's just been like me in an apartment eating stuff out of a can, that haven't really been too great. Or I've been somewhere that's been not good, and I've left that place in tears and walked home. So I've been in those kind of situations myself, and hold in there if you approaching this time of the year, and we're starting to talk about Christmas and Vlogmas and magical times and all this stuff. Do just hold in there and take comfort and take in the things that you enjoy. Try and take comfort in the things that you enjoy, even though it can be very difficult to enjoy things at times. Sometimes life can feel a little bit joyless. I don't know why this is all coming out, but this is what's coming out here today in the laundry vlog. Yeah. And avoid comparison, man, because this whole social media game and all of these things that you're seeing online, it's so easy to just see things which are really, really on paper perfect and all that sort of thing, and then compare yourself to them. And whenever, from that perspective, whenever I talk about things which I'm really happy about in my life, I do like to talk about, and I do like to reflect on the, how hard it is to achieve that stuff, and how it does take quite a long time, and how it does need to be maintained, because I know I can dip back into bad habits, bad spells, all those things pretty easily if I just sort of let it go. And sometimes I do. That's why I talk about the 10% rule quite a lot. I try to allow myself to think like, okay, if I'm good 90% of the time, that's amazing. That's great. That's so good. That's so good. And so if I'm saying 10% of the time is unproductive, unfulfilling, maybe even like states of distress, that's 3 days a month, so I feel that, at least for me, it gives me some sort of wiggle room of not being like hypercritical of myself. Like I have one of these really bad days and I'm just like, it's one of your 3 racks, keep going. I don't know. My motivational speech isn't probably landing because it is, nor is it intended to be a motivational speech, it's just me talking. But it's probably not landing because, again, this is just stream of consciousness, whatever, and it's laundry vlog, man. We start putting underwear and gym towels on there, and we never know what's going to come out the mouth. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.